Have you been looking for a way to make a very simple Madam blouse for a deeper life member, or you just want your own to be simple? I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to make this happen. If this is your first time on my channel, you're wonderfully welcome. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And to all my old subscribers, I love you people so much. Without too much ado, let's just go straight into the tutorial. Okay, so mates, welcome back to the class. So like I said, these are the materials that we are going to be using for this Madam blouse. A very simple Madam blouse that you can sew for the deeper life member. So this is lace. I have a lace here with me. And I'm using that doll face for the design at the sleeve. So this is lace and I'm using crepe for the lining. You can use any interface that you want, any fabric for this thing. So I'm using the ST as well. I'm going to be putting that ST on top of the lining. So I'm using crepe for the support of the lace. Okay, I will use a support and I will use a lining. So you can see the lace as a whole, so you need a support. So first we are going to be drafting this on the pattern. This is my pattern paper. So I'm going to be drafting this now on the pattern paper. I'm going to be taking my shoulder line. Okay, so I will take the guideline first, and the guideline is always half an inch. So the reason why of taking a guideline is to ensure that your line are accurate, they are straight. Okay, so you don't want to start from the beginning. So I will enter my shoulder line. My shoulder that I'm working with is 9 inches. So I will input that 9 inches like so. And I will enter the wideness of the neck. The width of the neck is 3.5 inches, while the depth for the front is going to be 5 inches. 5 inches for the depth, 3.5 for the width. Okay, so 3.5 by 5 inches for the front neckline, and I connected this like so. And afterwards I'm going to be taking the shoulder slope, which is 1 inch at that shoulder line. I will take the shoulder slope 1 inch and I will connect it directly to the width of the neck, like you see me doing. So afterwards I'm going to be input my armhole measurements. Okay, so to connect my armhole, the bust circumference I'm working with is 43 divided by 6 plus 1.5. I think I am going to go with the 9 inches. So I input my armhole to be 9 inches and I input it. I want to make a straight line. So what I will do now, I'm going to connect the lines together. That will serve as my chest line, like so. This is armhole. It's going to serve as my chest line as well, and I will bring the armhole together from that shoulder slope. I'm just repeating my shoulder line 9 inches to just make a straight line for my armhole. So to connect my round armhole, I'm going to divide the bust circumference that I have by 4. I have for bust circumference 43 divided by 4 is going to give me like 10.75, and I will add his allowance to it. So I'm using 11.5. So 11.5 inches, and the half of the armhole is 4.5 because I have 9 inches to be the armhole line. So I'm going to use half of the armhole, which is 4.5. And from that 4.5, I will go inward by 0.5 inches just to connect the armhole. Like we all know that the armhole, the front armhole is always deeper than the back armhole. Okay, because of the breast, because of the chest that we carry at the front, is always deeper. So we went in by half an inch to connect it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be inputting my bust points. Okay, the bust points of this client is 11 inches. The underbust is 14. The waistline is 17. While the hip line that serves as my blouse length is 27 inches. Work with your own measurements. This is my own measurement that I just cut out now. So I have 11, 14, 17, and 27 inches. So I will go ahead now and connect the lines together like so. Okay, so that's my waistline, and that's the final line, which is my blouse length, also serve as my hip line. So I'll go ahead and label it. I have a chest line, I have a breast point, under bust, waistline, and my hip line, also my blouse length. So here are the lines that I've done, the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be inputting my nipple to nipple measurements. Like I said earlier, this is Madam Blouse. Okay, so we don't want to have a straight line, a straight apex line. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining that. I need 4.5 is 9 inches a nipple to nipple. 4 inches is a nipple to, which is 8. So if I divide it into 2, will give me 4. Plus half an inch, that's 4.5. So I'm going to take this 4.5 from chest line to my breast point. So when I get to my underbust, I'm going to increase it to 4.75. And when I get to the hemline, which is blouse length, I'm going to input 5.5. Like I said, we are not going to have a straight line at that nipple to nipple, okay, because it's a Madam blouse. It's going to be in kind of slanted form. It's going to be slanted, so we are not going to have a straight dart like that, okay. So 4.5, the original nipple to nipple measurements from my chest line to my breast point, while at the underbust I took 4.75, and at my M line I took 5.5, and we are using princess dart bust here, okay. So I'm going to connect it from the mid of my armhole to the chest line like so. So I've made this a princess dart, and I'm going to be tightening it. So like I said earlier, we are making this blouse for a deeper life member, so we don't need a serious tightening or a serious padding like that. So inward at my underbust, I will go half an inch, and outward I will go 1 inch. At the waistline, I will repeat the same thing, 1 inch outward and half an inch inward. Okay, so I connected my lines together like so. Those are my that's intake, okay, half an inch inward and 1 inch outward. And at the M line, the down part, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, and I will connect it directly to the dart leg, the way we normally, if we are putting that waist dart on a gown. Okay, so this is exactly the same thing I'm doing here. So this is what I have. We are going to follow the lines like that. No, we don't have a straight dart leg, so we are going to follow it the way the thing is slanted. So I will come down by half an inch at my breast point, and I will connect it directly to the underbust like that. Okay, the way we normally cuff our that intake, our tightening. So that's what I did. Okay, so and at my armhole, I will come down by 1 inch. Like I said, I don't want a serious padding or tightening. I just want to give it a fitting a little bit. So I will come up by half an inch at my bust line. I will come up by half an inch, and I will take my cuff ruler and I will connect it from that place I came down by 1 inch at the armhole directly to where I come up by half an inch. Okay, so like this, I've successfully connected all my lines together. I've successfully tightened my upper bust, which is my armhole, and my under bust as well. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking my bust line, the bust point, the bust that line, okay? Like I use 1.5. I came down from bust point at by 1.5, and I connected it directly to my breast point. Like we all know, the back is shorter than the front, and to make it equal, okay, we need to introduce the bust dart. That is what I did here. Okay, so I've already marked where I'm going to be cutting out, and I'm going to be replacing 1 inch that I came down with at the armhole line. I'm going to be replacing that 1 inch so that I will not have a shortage. So that's what I did. So automatically this is going to give me a new armhole. So I will take my ruler and connect the new armhole together with my breast, my bust circumference. Okay, that's what I did. Okay, so here we are. I'm done connecting this. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be inputting the remaining circumference, the waist circumference, the hip circumferences. That is what I'm going to be inputting. My waist, I'm going to be replacing those darts intake that I took. I'm going to be replacing them. I have 1.5 at the waistline. I have 1.5 at the on the bust line. So I'm going to be replacing it like so. The bust circumference I'm working with is 39. 39 divided by 4 is going to give me 9.75 or so. So plus 1.5 and plus his allowance. I think I took 12 inches here. Okay.
And my hip line, we don't really have serious dart intake at my hip line. The hip I'm working with is 47 divided by 4 plus each allowance. I think I took 13 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my lines together like so. We might not have a serious shape here, but when we take all our dart intake, it's going to give us a perfect shape. At the M line, I'm going to go up by 1.5 to curve the M line like that. To curve it, I'll take my curve ruler, okay, and I will curve it like so. So we're successfully done with the drafting of the front pattern. Okay, it's very simple and easy to go with, just a normal princess bustier. Just that we are not doing, if I'm going to be doing a serious tightening, it's going to be more deeper than this, but it's for a deeper life member. I don't want it. So I will go ahead now and cut this out like we are seeing me doing. So we are going to move directly to the back. This is my back pattern. I've gone ahead to put all the thing we did at the front. Okay, my chest line, my armhole, the neckline I'm working with is 3.5 width and 2 inches depth. Okay, 3.5 for the wideness and 2 inches for the depth of the neck. So this is what I want to do here. I've gone ahead to input my bust points, we don't need underbust here, so my waist point and my down and my M line. Okay, so the M line I'm working with here I'm coming up by 1.5. Okay, so I'm repeating the dart leg here the way I did at the front. 4.5 inches for my chest line to my breast point, and at my waistline I input 4.75, and at the M line, which is hip line, I input 5.5 inches. Okay, it's going to be slanted, it's not going to be straight. Don't forget you are working with Madam Blouse. Okay, so like I said earlier, my back is not the same thing as my front. Okay, so the back here, the length of the back is 25.5. Okay, don't forget we have taken 1.5 inches that bust dart at the front. Okay, we are not going to be having the same length for the front and back. The back is 1.5 inches shorter than the front. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. I've successfully connected all my darts, my armhole darts together like so. So I'm going to be taking 1.5, I'll be half an inch from the both side for the dart tightening. Okay, from my waistline, half an inch inward, half an inch outward, and at the breast point I came down by half an inch as well. Okay, and I will connect it the same way we normally put that, okay, for a gown, the same way. And at the M line, the hip line, I came up by 1 inch and I connected it directly to the dart leg, to the waist dart like so. Okay, so I've successfully connected all my darts together, and I've connected my princess dart. You can use normal dart, normal waist dart. It's not necessary you use a princess dart, but I just want to give it the design at the back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and input my circumference, my waist circumference, and my hip circumference here, like we did for the front. Okay, so this is what we have. Like I said earlier, please, your back is shorter than the front. My own is shorter by 1 inch, 1.5 inches than the front. That's the difference between my back half length and my front half length. Okay, so I will go up by 1.5. Excuse me, please, 1.5, like I did for the front, and just curve my M line like that. So we are going to be tightening the waist side at the zipper line. Okay, we don't want a zipper bulge, and to do that I will come up from my waistline. I will come up by 1 inch. Okay, from my waistline, the upper part, I will come up by 1 inch. 1 inch. Okay, and I will mark it like so, and I will connect it directly to my circumferences like that. You can see the way I connected it. Okay, I'll connect it directly. I want to explain it better. I came up by 1 inch at that waistline. I came up by 1 inch. Okay, and I'm going to connect it directly, like as you're seeing me doing. Okay, so that is what I have, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cutting it. Okay, I will just be closing it. I'm going to close it. I'm not cutting it, but you can cut your own. I'll stay the same thing. I'm going to be slashing the waistline, but I will not slash it through. Okay, you can use another method for this. You can take half an inch down, half an inch up, okay, and just took it like that. But I slashed through my waistline. You can see what I did. I slashed through my waistline, and I'm going to be placing it. I slashed through, but I did not finish cutting it to hair. I stopped at some point, like 1 inch to the end, okay, and I'm going to be placing it on top of that 1 inch that I came up with. Look at what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to be placing it like so, and I will close it. I slash through that place, and after I slash through, I place it on top of that 1 inch I came up with. Okay, and I'm going to be using my paper tape to close it like so. So I've closed it. It's not hard. From my waistline at the zipper area, I came up by 1 inch. I slashed through the waistline and I placed it on top of the 1 inch I came up with, okay? And I used my paper tape to close it like so. So we are still going to tighten it again. And what we are going to do, we are going to go in at the waistline. I just want that line to be visible. At that zipper side, the waistline, I went in by half an inch. Okay, I connected directly to the next side. Okay, and I connected it directly again to the hip line. Okay, this is what I have. So this is what I'll be cutting out like so. So this is what we have for this pattern. Okay, so I will stop the video here. The sewing is going to drop the same day I drop this. If not the following day, I'm going to drop the video of the sewing as well. I don't want it to be too long, because if it is too long, I know you people, you will not watch it. So I don't want it to be too long like that. But as you are saying this, be expecting the sewing as well, because I'm going to drop it like a day interval. Thank you so much for watching. If I watched to this side, please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share to your sewing friend as well, please. And try to come back. Come back. Most importantly again, please subscribe so that, and comment so that more people can see this video and it will go viral. Please and please support me. And thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this time, thank you. Like I said, expect the sewing part immediately as well, the following day or so. Thank you, and until I see you in my next video, take care of yourself and have a nice time ahead. Bye.